Alright, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and do the AC install on the Camaro, as you can see right here. Um, LS swapped 4.8 Tahoe engine. So yeah, it's a couple things you need to do this. Alright, okay, so the first thing you're gonna need is brackets. These are the brackets that I'm using for R4 compressor. I'm using an R4 compressor, which is the stock compressor that came with that car. Um, Obviously, it's not the same one because I think I gave it to the guy who I sold the old original engine to, so I don't have that anymore. But anyway, the kit, it's $100 and it comes with the brackets. I think this is aircraft grade aluminum CNC cut. Got your spacers, bushings. Yeah, spacers, not bushings. Your bolts and your idler pulley. It's pretty neatly organized actually. It doesn't just come all in a whole bunch of parts in one bag. So they actually come with instructions too. So I'll show you guys where I got it from. If I like it, if this thing bolts up really nicely. If I don't, I won't try to recommend something for you guys that you're gonna have a hassle with or something. But anyway, moving on. For this, you obviously need just tools, regular tools. We're gonna need some electrical stuff because we're probably gonna have to do some soldering. And if you're doing an AC install on a LS swap like I did here, more than likely it took you a lot of work to get to that point. So you don't want to put any used fucking parts. I would recommend you put new stuff. Here we got a new accumulator. These things, if you get them used and you don't put them immediately, especially the previous vehicle did have a good AC. If you don't use it immediately, it will just suck up moisture because it has a desiccant in there. So, like I said, I'm using a new compressor. This is an R4 compressor. I don't want to drop it. Here we go. R4 compressor. I think this is ready for 134. I'm not sure. This is what the guy said at Napa, but it should be. A new orifice tube. This is what controls the temperature on your system. This is how low it controls how low it can get. I didn't think it had these, but it does come with these new washers. That's about it. So I guess we'll begin by removing the intake, cold air intake, and the catch can. It's probably going to get in the way, and that should be it for now because that's where the AC compressor is going. So that should be it. So let me get a flathead screwdriver and we can get this going. Okay, so I got the cold air intake off. I'm gonna go ahead and try to install it right there without moving anything else. That way I can see what I need to move and what I don't. Because I have my the cooling line for the coolant line for the heater core runs through here, so I'm hoping I don't have to move that. And then I flipped the neck for the water pump, so it's in line with the water pump. Before it used to be angled this way, so I hope that doesn't get in the way, but I'm thinking it might. So if it does get in the way, that's gonna be a big problem. That's gonna definitely be a really big problem. But anyway, so I got the instructions right here. And we're gonna try to go ahead and follow the instructions. So we need 3 spacers, which looks like it's I'm gonna have to go get a caliper or something, because these are different sizes. But it supposedly says I need 0.77 of an inch. Why do they do inches? Why do they do fucking millimeters? Anyway, we need 3 of those. They gotta be the same size, I'm guessing. So I'll look for 3 of them and see what we got. Alright, so these are the 3 spacers that I need right here. 1, 2, and I already have 1 bolt here. These are the 2 bolts that go to it. It doesn't call for any washers or anything, so it goes just like that. This is supposedly the bracket we need, so I'll go ahead and try to put that on and go from there. Okay, so I got the first bracket on. I got a bolt down there, one right there, and I got this one we're supposed to leave it like now, like that, and then we put the second bracket on right there, which is this bracket right here, and then you stick a through bolt that goes through this one and a spacer, and then the spacer in the back, which would be that one right there. So yeah, let me do that and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so I got the bracket on. We had this big spacer, which is this one right here, the 3.83, that long bolt, and then a short bolt with a spacer here. So I have one spacer down here, and this is where the tensioner used to mount. So there we need this long bolt right here, and the pulley, I guess that's the idler pulley, and that uses this bushing here, which goes like that, and then we have a washer right here. So that goes through here, the washer goes through the bolt first, and then through this, and then the whole assembly goes in right here through that spacer back there and onto the pump housing. So let me screw that on and tighten loosely the bolts. Okay, so the bracket's fully bolted down. Had a screw back there, this one up here. Make sure you tighten these two before you put the pulley on, because then you can't get to it. Got these two up here tightened down. Everything seemed to align pretty well. So now we're ready to bolt on the compressor, which step number 4. And for there we need the compressor obviously, and these two bolts, which are hex head right here, and 2 spacers, which are these right here. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the compressor and we can get that on there. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put the compressor on, but I don't know the spec for the oil, how much oil to put in it. So I think it's on the stock hood, so I'm gonna look back here. Hopefully it's on there. If not, I'm just gonna put 7 ounces. That's a pretty good, you know, to be on the safe side. So, all right, so we're here on the original sticker, and for the air conditioning, there's nothing on it. That sticker's probably on the original compressor, which I don't have. So yeah, we'll just put 7 ounces on there. Should be okay, you know. The problem with putting too much on it, it probably won't get as cool as you would probably want it to. But anyway, just to be on the safe side, we're gonna put about 7. So I'm using PAG 46, and I'm sticking it in through one of the ports. This bottle is 8 ounces, so like I said, we're just trying to put like 7 on here. This thing looks crazy right here. Alright, that's about maybe a little more than 7, but it'll be alright. These come with a vacuum already on it, I guess, so they won't rust on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this little plate back on.